Dude, have you guys seen those new Physical 100? Do you ever watch Physical 100 on Netflix?
What is Physical 100?
Man, I wanted to see, but my wife, we shared the TV and she wanted to see another thing. I need to watch.
Watch it, dude. It's a Korean show, but like bunch of like athletes, martial artists.
Okay.
You're not the first one telling me to watch it.
Yeah, there's two judo champions on there this season, and then there's a jiu-jitsu guy, and they have like this like wrestling match coming up, and it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, I'm trying to get someone my size. I'm trying to get someone my size." The judo dudes are like, "Where are the big guys at?"
This is like season 1 or season 2?
Season two.
Season 2.
Honestly,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm only on the second episode, but I loved the first
Oh
season.
my gosh, I want to watch it. Yes,
Yeah,
I
check
want
it
to watch
out,
it today.
dude.
Well, gentlemen, we are live. Thanks for that information. So
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
give you this information. We live.
Yeah.
And what's up, my jiu-jitsu? Today we have my man Thomas Sauer. He was a guest before. Welcome back, Thomas. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. Yes, good to be here. Had an injury like in the meantime.
Yeah.
But now like 90% like recovered.
Nice.
And glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me again.
Yes, sir.
Oh, for sure. Well, go ahead.
It was actually I didn't know what happened. I didn't know you had an injury.
Man, I had like one very weird injury. Was basically we have like this SI joint in the lower back.
Okay.
And I was doing like some mount control, and I twisted it, but it was fine. Like first day was fine. I didn't feel anything. Second day fine, and then Monday I started like to limp. Tuesday limping, and then Wednesday first day was on Saturday, and then Wednesday I couldn't walk. I woke up like okay I cannot walk, and then I went to the urgent care. No one knew how to do it. And then I got like some medicines, like some anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
Few days, worked better. But I did a big mistake of using the Theragun right on the top of this SI joint. It is like by the end of close to the tailbone, between like the spine and the right side with the ilion. And the ilion, sacrum and ilion, and there's a lot of nerves. And I used the Theragun. I caused it myself one big inflammatory reaction, and then I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. And then finally I went to the doctor. He did like this. I took 3 shots of morphine.
Wow.
One shot I was still feeling pain to do the MRI.
Yeah.
Second shot, still feeling pain. Third shot. Finally, they could like put me inside the
It's because you're so big. They had it's like a horse tranquilizer.
Exactly. and then finally, I got the diagnosis, and I didn't tear anything. It was just a torsion of like this small joint, like my wife helped me a lot. Like 2 weeks, when like dragging myself to the restroom was terrible. And I started physiotherapy, 25 sessions I did. And today, 2 weeks ago, I started to go back to jiu-jitsu again.
Okay.
Feeling good now.
Okay. So you've been back for 2 weeks, or you're going back in 2 weeks?
No, I went back in 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
My first session was terrible. Second session, a little bit better. My last session last Monday was awesome. Very good.
And you're still at Werdum Training Academy, right?
Yes.
You haven't, okay, good. Just making sure you're not switching gyms on me.
No, not yet.
Nah. Well, actually, me and my other buddy, the guy who interviewed us, Michael Ross. Him and I are going to make it out there soon. So,
Awesome, man. Go there. Feel free to go, especially on Saturdays. Maybe you name it. You go anytime.
We're going to come to an open mat. I think Saturday. We're talking about this Saturday, actually. So
no, this Saturday is not a good one because we have like the quintet. It is a tournament in the upper rise. And maybe no one will be there. I can let you know.
Okay, let me know. I didn't know there was a quintet going on.
Okay.
That's awesome. So what is this quintet going on?
This quintet, in the west side, we have like maybe 4 gyms. Like one guy in Motown, like Sean from Uprise, is a super nice guy.
Okay.
He's organizing like one adapted version of the quintet, which is basically a team of 5 against a team of 5, one for each belt, and the combined weights should be like, I don't know, maybe 500 pounds. I don't know, maybe 600 pounds.
Nice.
And you pick and choose in sub only, There are some submissions that are not allowed just to preserve like white belts and blue belts.
So is it white, blue, purple, brown, and black all on one team, or is it
everyone in one team? Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then we're gonna have like some guys in my gym, some guys from like the Coop.
Okay.
Some guys from Uprise in another team that I don't know.
So you could feasibly have a white belt go against a black belt.
That's what I was about.
That's you need to strategize. Ooh. Yes, you need to strategize. It is super nice. It is super nice.
I think you should use a black belt on like a.
What would be your strategy for the first match? You know, would be so the ones that wins keep in the mat. You know, keep on the mat.
Okay. I think it would depend upon like who the black belt was.
Yes. First, you need to be smart on defining who is gonna be the black belt will be like a heavy black belt or lighter black belt. Yeah. So you need to balance, you know.
And then you also have to know everyone's like style.
Yes,
100%
on the team too, because because there's some small dudes that'll take it to a big guy. Like, that's crazy.
I don't want to do it, but I like the idea of it.
You need to go that check, man. They have like openings to see like 12:30 on Uprise this Saturday.
Okay.
Is it what's the word I'm looking for? I just had a brain fart. Yes. Okay, so it's no gi.
Okay, that makes sense. No. The reason why I say I don't want to do it is just like it sounds like a challenge, and it's like I gotta get in that. I'm in one war mode. I don't have time to get into another challenge.
But Sean, he makes sure that the environment is super friendly, and there is a prize. Maybe it's like $500 for the winning team.
Oh, I'm in. Let's play. Yeah, we talking money. I'm in.
Yes, it is nice,
man. Did you? Oh, and then is it submission only or is it EBI rules?
Sub only, and there's like maybe 10 or 15 minutes or no time limit. I don't know. I need to check. I'll send the rules to you.
That's pretty cool.
That no time limit.
This is the second time that Sean organized it.
Okay.
And the first time was good. Second time not Uprise. Coop won.
Okay.
And the second time, let's see. You know.
Yeah. So Uprising is doing this one.
It is, yes.
Okay, where is Uprising?
Uprising, Venice Boulevard, close to you.
So it's right. Oh, so it's out on the West Coast, West side.
West side,
okay,
exactly.
Okay, copy. Well, man, all right. Well, I'm gonna check it out. I did have a question for you. There was some questions. You know, you're talking about your injury. Myself, I'm obviously dealing with injuries leading into competition. Yeah, okay. I mean. I don't know if I really should tell everybody my business right now. Because, actually this might air the Monday of, so I might be able to. Anyways, I got my injuries and I'm working through them. Okay. I would say probably the biggest thing is like, those phantom ribs you get, like those things. That's probably the biggest thing. And then so I have some in the front and the back. So it's not even like, centrally located.
You need to stretch, man. Foods.
It's definitely, I've been doing a lot of core work as far as like breath work.
That's
so
the
I
best.
think that combined with pressure and like trying to
okay.
like someone else's pressure on me, it's my core is just strained.
But you're feeling better now?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah.
That's good. That's good, man. Please heal it.
Yes. So my question, I guess would be, how has your injury changed the way you approach your training?
That's a very good question. Yes, I had like 2 major injuries. First one was 5 years ago, ACL tore.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last time.
And the second one was this one, and the last one was more traumatizing.
Yeah.
And you just responded. I'm starting to do some light lifting that I just relied in my Jiu Jitsu as my healthy option to stay healthy,
Yeah.
But now I'm doing physical therapy, combined with like some core exercises, And this is in stretching, and this is something that I plan to keep doing. You need some time to do stretching before and after, but it is super valuable. You feel that I can be. I can feel like more torsions, and I'll be more resilient.
Yeah.
But this is like after the injury, doing some core exercise, the deadlifts, even with light weights, in the planks, and also hip hip extensions, hip lifts.
Okay.
But I'm just more aware, and I'm feeling better doing this.
Yeah.
Like the core strengthening, and I recommend, and also being a little bit more cautious on which positions will you go. Sometimes you need to let it go, put your ego aside and let the guy pass, and then and then you work on your defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so it's funny that you bring up core, because before I got hurt, I found something that I was like, oh, this is my secret. And I only told you about it once, but I was going to Pilates.
Nice.
Me and my lady found a Pilates
That's
class we
super
like. Hard as shit, bro. One of the hardest workouts I've ever done in my life. College football included, hard. But I felt myself get strong, like little jumps after like 3 or 4 classes.
It's Pilates. Look, so I've heard Pilates is hard. I've done like hot yoga, and I hear it's kind of the same. But what is like exactly Pilates?
So I've been to a limited number of classes, but there's this big machine. It's called like the Transformers, something like that. Okay. But you sit on it and you use the cords to do bench presses while you're in yoga poses, and the pulley system, you're moving your own body on this machine. So not only are you
like stretching you and pulling you,
and then so you have to hold it down here and by your legs
angles,
and do like lunges, but you're getting like super deep because one leg is on the moving part and one leg is on a stationary part, and then you have to be able to control with your core and just those smaller muscles.
Shake, no?
Dude, not even 5 minutes in. Not even 5 minutes in. I'm like shaking, dripping sweat.
Huh?
Both, because it's like a full body workout.
Good,
but it was super fun, dude. Okay. It was super fun, and like any martial artist, I think should try it. I was gonna keep it a secret for a bit, but
yes, I have a friend of mine, tennis player. He does it and he loves it.
Oh yeah, yes. Dude. Yeah, and there I work with a professional soccer. He like an ex-professional soccer player. And one day I was talking to him about it, and this was like months before I even tried it, and he was like, "Dude, hardest thing I've ever done in my life." And he's like, I played in the MLS, dude. Hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
How long is this session? It's like 30 minutes?
It's not even an hour, dude. It's like 45 minutes. And like 30 minutes of the actual stuff, and then like 15 minutes of like cool down and stuff. But it's a killer, bro. But yeah, it's definitely something that I notice adds strength to my core in a short period of time. Maybe it's because I was newer at it, But after a few, like
it is worth trying. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth trying.
Okay.
I think I always said this, like one of the biggest things in jiu-jitsu is like your core, glutes, and hamstrings, which I think are some of the most overlooked body parts for most people who work out in general. So going into jiu-jitsu, that was like the one thing I had to build up. So I started like this core routine where it's 7 exercises.
7 exercises.
Like it starts off side planks, left and right, regular plank, leg raises, mountain climbers, crunches, but crunches where you're twisting and bringing your knees to your chest at the same time. So it's not just like
I don't have coordination
crunches.
To do it.
Like you're crunching and twisting, and so essentially the goal is to bring this elbow to this knee, which it's the same. It's the same. If you think about it, it's the same movement that you're doing when you're knee pulling someone towards you to pull them down in close guard, and then also this same movement to bring your knee to your elbow is the same thing in close guard. So it's like also working your muscle memory for those motions 100%. As well. So I did that, and then mountain climber. So that's my whole circuit, and I did that, and just like doing that for 2 weeks alone, just my core just skyrocketed.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like I almost don't even need to do core like not that I don't need to. Obviously I need to, but that's what I'm saying.
But doing like daily?
I was doing it daily. Right now, I'm starting today to do it daily.
Okay, that's good.
I forgot. No, I cut it out for a little. So when I'm in training camps, I cut it out based upon where my body is and what I was doing. So I was trying to push somewhere else, so I cut that portion out just to give my body a little bit more rest.
Recovery and
plus the injury I told you about. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Get the details with you later. Like how many reps, how many,
I don't even know how many. It's a time thing. So I guess I should have said that. So I get a 10-second rest in between. So it's either 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how I feel that day.
Okay.
So,
and the full session takes like 30 minutes, 20 minutes?
No, it's 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute section. It's like it's 5 minutes. And like you can choose to do a circuit if you want to. I just do it. When I started, I did one session, so one all the way through. And then by like week 3, when I was doing every day, I was doing 2 to 3 circles. Cycles.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
And each of these circuits are like a minute per exercise?
30 seconds to a minute per exercise based upon your level of ability. Okay. And my lady did it too. She does it now. Sometimes she'll be like, "Hey, we do an ab circuit together?" I'm like, yeah, I guess, since you brought it up. I wasn't going to.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So I actually have a question for you, because I'm going through something that you were probably going through. Now that I can't train, I don't know what to do with my life. Do you think it's important to find hobbies outside of like martial arts?
This is very good question. Yes, I put like 100% of my mental health on jiu-jitsu, and then suddenly you don't have jiu-jitsu. Yes, but for me, this time was particularly different because first 2 weeks I couldn't walk. Yeah. And then I'm extremely impatient, and I don't have patience. I like try to get things done, go talk with friends, be together, work and do everything. And this time I took some time to just reflect on my life, Yeah. And I saw that, okay, Thomas, you're impatient. You need to be patient. Things in life, I got like too introspective, Okay. Things in life, and then how can I do? And then I decided, okay, the moment that I started to walk again, I would do the core exercises.
Okay. Yeah.
And first session, I said, I just need to sweat. I need to sweat. And then to sweat, I decided the physiotherapist gave me like a few very basic exercise, and I repeated. And then I went to sauna. So I wanted to sweat because I wanted the open mat sweat, but that I couldn't have. Yeah. Because it was good for your brain, like to produce like dopamine, like maybe serotonin, Yes. Yeah. But my initial goal for you is try to find something that you can sweat first, that you like. Yeah.
So right now, what it is like they're pretty much saying you cannot use your left hand. That's what they're telling me.
Yeah. Use the right hand.
So I've been like going on jogs and like trying to do stuff like that. But like you said, I was like after a few days, I was like, I need to sweat. Yes. Like I haven't burnt energy in. Yes.
Another thing that I've done, yes, Clara, my wife, helped me a lot as well. She said, Thomas, now that you don't spend a lot of calories, cut the shit, And then she started to control my food because I couldn't walk. And I lost some weight, because now I'm not eating, and then my appetite diminished a little bit, because I eat a lot, seriously.
How did she change your diet? Like, did she like cut out all your sugars?
She's a good person. Like, she's a good reference. She is super healthy, eats super well controlled times. For example, in the morning she has like eggs and avocado. That's it. And then lunch she has a lot of like greens and proteins. Okay. And my portion is a kind of like 150% of her portion. Yeah. And she was just giving back to me, and I was like, okay, getting a little bit. Even sleeping better, Yeah. But now that I'm back to jiu-jitsu, I'm like starving all over.
You're burning all those calories, beating people up, dude.
Yeah. Are you, now that you're back, are you worried that you're going to get injured again?
Yes. So that's the point. I didn't want that. That's the advice that I got. Thomas, come back slowly. Okay. And then I'm very disciplined. Okay, let me come back slowly. Meaning that you're gonna be smashed. Some reactions you're not gonna do the reactions. Yeah. But the physical therapist said, Thomas, but you need to go to jiu-jitsu to train like the hip movements that we cannot simulate here in the physical therapy. Okay. Some like recoveries, like some rotations, some like hipscapes, Okay. just jiu-jitsu could give me. In the first session, you get smashed. Second session, you get less smashed. Third session, you start to smash again. Fourth session, okay, I want to smash everyone. and then my last session was super good, but I'm still cautious.
Okay.
You need to understand what are the movements that you cannot do. And there's some movements that I still avoid.
Okay.
But you need to do it slowly. Meaning that I'm still like relaxing in some positions. And one thing that I'm doing is that I found out that top position for me is good. I didn't feel any pain. Bottom position is a little bit weird. Okay. So I'm training more. I'm training games on the top positions that I wasn't used to. For example, there was smash passes, like just using the legs, like Khabib style. Controlling, putting your hips and your weight close to the knees. Not going for IBJJF like levels of control.
Yeah.
IBJJF levels of control is side control and mount. When you have your legs free, like your opponent has the leg free, they can do everything.
Yeah.
They can sweep you, they can move, they can have some imbalances, and then okay, that's interesting. That's something that I need to develop. Top game that I never, trained it like specifically. And this is something that I'm training in terms of adapting my body and still developing my game.
I'm getting scared hearing you talk about this because I know what your pressure's like before, but if you wrapping legs up, smashing people.
So I haven't had the chance. Is it like that, man?
Man, it's rough, bro. It's
yeah,
rough.
no,
It's
he's
rough.
no bullshit aside. Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
just heavy, big whale is easy. Or big whales.
That's funny.
So, let's look at some advice you might have for anyone who is injured or even like afraid to come back for an injury. Do you have, I know you said you got some advice from people about taking it slow, but do you have any advice that maybe as a black belt you could give to anyone out there who's struggling with like, I don't want to get hurt coming back, or how should they approach returning back to training?
Yes. Few advice. Like first one, try to start doing controlled movements. Don't go for open mats because you cannot. There are like a lot of degrees of freedom that you cannot control.
Yeah.
You start very basic, doing positions. Doing like the spider guard that your professor is teaching. Trying to do sweeps slowly and patiently, and trying to understand. Okay, can I do it slowly? Progress, because that's the point. You want to go back, you want to sweat, but be patient. Like the first advice, be patient. And the first thing is try to start doing the mobility, from the warm-ups very lightly, and then the positions like the spider guard, and then the passes, do slowly.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say, okay, my bodies are kind of accommodating, and okay, that's good. Then when you go for open mat, you put your ego aside and be transparent with your friend. Oh, I'm feeling here my knee goes. If I feel something, I'll let you know, but you need to be transparent.
Yeah.
Yes. And then if the guy is not going slowly, let it go. Okay, pass. Or say, stop, guys, it's hurting, Because sometimes it's hard, I know. It is your ego. My gosh, I used it to smash that guy, and this guy is smashing me.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. You need to be patient. And I guarantee you, your jiu-jitsu is coming back. The worst thing is like not returning to your old potential,
Yeah. He said this can't be possible, man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, it resonates with you.
Resonates
with you, like.
Oh yeah, dude. Because like, I already know whenever I finally do start coming back, I used to have really strong grips, and now I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore.
Gosh.
So I already know, like, when people start breaking my grip, I'm going to be like, what is this?
What is this?
It
is super frustrating.
Yeah.
And come back slow, be transparent. One thing that helped me is that I told my master, like Felipe, and Felipe was like, Thomas, I know that you want to, hey, let me roll just one roll with like a cosita, And then he said, no, Thomas, this time. And I said, I want coach. He said, coach someone, find someone and coach someone. Okay. Yeah. And then you start to get involved with jiu-jitsu again. Because the worst thing is to stay at home, not going to the mats. You need to go back. Put the gi, go there in the field environment. That's the step number 0.
Okay.
And then progressively, increase the rotations, movement, strength.
Okay.
But be patient, man.
Are you coaching more now then?
A little bit more, yes. Okay. Coaching, like I see the roles. I ask for permission. Felipe, can I? Yes, for sure. And then I coach some guys, especially on open mats. We're like relaxed after one row, and then you see, okay, can I coach you? And then the other black belt coach the other guy, and then we do some like heated competition.
Nice.
It is cool, just to because it is good for the ones in the mat. They need to learn how to listen,
Yes.
while under pressure. This is not an easy skill,
Oh no, not at all.
Especially when it comes into like competition. I think like my last tournament, I had someone new in my corner, and I didn't know their voice, so it was hard for me to like hear their cues and know what's going on. And so there were points where I kind of just like, I got to freestyle because I can't focus on this person's new voice and my jiu-jitsu at the same time. So,
and this is not bullshit. Yes, it is important to get used to the voice.
Yes.
And your friend needs to increase the tone, also because there's a lot of noise in the competition there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think you'll be competing after you get?
You stole the question right from me, brother.
And, I play like no-gi competition second half of the year. After I'm like now 90% as I said before.
Okay.
Let me get like 110%.
Let me know. I want to come check it out. I want to
I want to try no-gi, no-gi tournaments.
So that you said towards the end of the year, that's Worlds?
Maybe like if they have like any ADCC open.
Okay.
After the actual ADCC like custom made like year. I'll try.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
ADCC just kind of trips me out because the one I went to like 2 years ago in Vegas, just everything I saw was like yeah, because like I've been to tournaments, I've competed in tournaments, I've done different kinds of tournaments, and like they crank it there. In ADCC, they crank that shit, bro. Like I seen one guy, the way he like just ripped through like on the elbow, like just to kind of like get that whizzer. Mm-hmm. It made my stomach hurt, dude. And then it just like it made me excited, but it was also like that's why you need a training camp for ADCC.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. You need to be like physically and mentally prepared. When you say this, I get like I value more the competitors that we see, like the high level competitors.
Yeah.
For example, like you see like Marigali doing everything as controlled as he does, like even Gordon Ryan, how can like everyone is so explosive and he is so composed and he does everything that he wants. And this is mind blowing, like in this explosive style of like ADCC,
It's funny, bro, because I'm not a Gordon fan. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm a Gordon fan, but I respect him. That is one thing I'll say. Like in his jiu-jitsu game, I respect him. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know he was that fucking big, dude. I didn't know. So I seen him at that ADCC, and it was crazy because I'm used to like seeing people and like seeing the top of their heads or just like looking down. When he walked by and I like recognized who he was like from the internet, and we looked in the eye, I thought dude was like 6'1". I thought he was like
6'1".
No, dude, he's like 6. Like
he
was like he looked me in the eye. Like we look like we're the eye level. Okay. Like so he's like 6'6". Yeah, and then just shred. The crazy thing is, no disrespect, bro. I want his girlfriend's workout more than
Sonny is jacked.
She is in shape, bro. Yeah. She is in shape.
I think that she is a former competitor, like in
Brazil.
Bodybuilding.
I think so. Yeah,
yes.
I don't know what she does, but I want to know she can bench press me, dude. 100%.
You think so?
Positive, dude. I seen the bicep. I seen the bicep because she was in like a tank top. And I was like, that's crazy.
But Gordon Ryan, he says that she plays like a huge part on the physical preparation.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that.
Yes.
So leading, so you say you may try to do ADCC. Do you have a way that you structure out your training camps, or do you kind of freestyle it? Like, what do you do when you prep for a competition?
I'm a hobbyist, I have my 9 to.
You just said that to do ADCC, you gotta have a training camp. So
I have my 9 to 5 job, but for the preparation. I have my another black belt that is a professor over there, Jordan.
Okay.
He is super ultra nerd. He studies everything all the time, and he has like that sponge memory. you play once and he captures. I'm not like that. And I ask him to learn and teach me.
Yeah.
And then we have like sometimes we have like morning sessions, like secret morning sessions.
Okay.
You know, like maybe twice or 3 times a week, 6 to 7 a.m. Or 5. There was one time that it was from 5:30 to 6:30 a.m.
5:30.
5:30.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh man. No.
5:30 to 6:30, and he was like sharing, like we did like some warm up, some standing stuff, arm drags, and then we go for the position. And he taught me everything about leg locks, because in Brazil, they like Gracies don't teach a lot of leg entanglements, just to preserve the knees. Traditionally, from the gi game.
Yeah, it's wild, bro, because I started off at Gracie Baja. I didn't know anything about leg locks until I was like a high blue belt.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know anything.
I mean, for me, I started just with like a brown belt. You know, brown belt. I was, but this is all recent, man.
Yeah,
all recent. You know, in Brazil, like, because what is the theory? The theory is that in the 80s, when they started to popularize gyms in Brazil, people would do like the heel hooks, like try out heel hooks from the luta libre guys. Is like another
Yeah,
and people were like tear the knee, ACL. There wasn't ACL surgeries in that time. Oof. You know, they didn't have like ACL surgeries.
Yeah,
in the beginnings of 90s was terrible. And then let's not do it. Just black belts that can do it, really controlled, can do it. But you know, we paid the price. Brazil was super delayed in the process, like Brazilian competitors, super delayed in the process of learning like leg entanglements, leg disentanglements, all the variations. You know, like maybe Gordon Ryan 2017 and Craig Jones, man, it swept Brazilians.
Yeah, they started the revolution, I think.
Yes. I'm not even gonna lie though. As a big dude, so like I hated him, bro. Like now I know how to deal with him. But that's all people did to me. For as soon as I left, like the safety of Gracie Baja, bro. I was food. Food. They attacked my knees, but I'll say this much, dude. I'm gonna tap, and we're gonna reset.
Yeah.
and I usually got pretty ruthless after that. Like I'd do this thing, like I would be in side control and I'd have their head and then I'd go to like switch positions and I'd just dig my elbow into something. Like you wanna torch my knee.
It's frustrating. Like inverting and then somehow it's over, tap quick otherwise.
I got so my very first gym. I got lucky. They allowed us to do leg locks even as white belts.
With gi.
With gi, yeah,
nice.
with gi. Straight ankle. Like
okay.
per like competition rules. Like so, white belts we could do straight ankle. Blue belts we could do all leg locks. Like we could do heel hooks, all that at blue belt. So the second I started doing jiu-jitsu, all I heard was Gordon Ryan and leg locks, and then I had my gym who was allowing us to do it. Okay. I was like, well, I just need to learn how to defend it. So I just went into like ultra defensive mode on leg locks. It's like I don't need to know how to do them. I just need to know how to defend them.
Yes. For me, it was the same. I started like learning how to defend.
Yeah.
And then learning how to avoid the setups, and then you are kind of killed the game.
Yeah. The setups are go. You had something you want to say? Go ahead.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, so yeah, the setups. That's where you get lost in that sauce. When one leg comes over, leg switches. You don't see that they did the figure four. They pass your leg over to the other side. You're like, shit.
Yes,
it's gonna be a long day.
And I don't play with the knees. I don't want to do like ACL surgery.
Same. I don't want any of that.
I'm too big for that, dude. I'll tap quick. Quick. It's not like it's not like I'm doing a turn. Like dude. Yeah. It's not like I'm an 80cc or something. But you brought up ankle straights and it just made me cringe, bro. Because did you ever see when Sloan Climber broke that dude's ankle at Naga?
No, I didn't.
He didn't want to tap to the ankle straight.
I saw it, man. That was brutal.
Yeah, dude.
Wasn't just this guy. Like he swept a bunch of people. Yeah?
Caveman?
Yes.
Yeah, so he does a lot of Nagas. He does like a lot of different style of tournaments. But he did a Naga one day, bro, and like he had him dead to right on that ankle lock. He was deep. Like you could tell, like you could like how when somebody has a bad ankle lock, you can like from the side you could see the foot. You couldn't see anything. Like the foot was tucked.
Like, kind of like a Loki, yeah.
Yeah, and he just leaned back. And all you hear, and like the guy recording's like from me to the TV, all you hear is, and then like Sloan just lets go. Sloan just lets go and gets up, and the guy's like, yeah, bro. But he like.
That's brutal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Dangerous game. It's a dangerous game with those leg locks.
Extremely dangerous game. Man.
Which is why my rule is I don't play leg locks. I let you touch my leg. You touch my legs, then it's fair game. Then I open up the bag of worms.
Good rule. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even do tournaments that are like if it's like a fair go, I'll second guess doing the tournament.
Same. And honestly, that's part of what keeps me away from no gi. Is because it's more leg lock intrinsic. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably do a lot more no gi. But my knees are already jacked. I can't risk injuring them just for a $3 medal. You know.
Recently, I used like the leg entanglements more like as a way to create dilemmas. You know, the person gets too close, I attack the legs. Okay, they put avoid, and then I wrestle up or do something else. So you can play with like the threats, just the threats.
Okay.
Like just the threat makes like you make like a good grip, and then the person, okay, this guy knows what it is.
I'm backing up.
Yeah, I'm definitely backing up.
That's funny. It's crazy because like like you said, I was just putting my mental health into training, Muay Thai, Jiu Jitsu. Like I was just enjoying being there. And now that I can't, today for the first time, like I haven't looked at my $3 medal in a fucking year. Like I ain't give a fuck about that medal. But today I was cleaning and I just seen it dangling from the door, and I was like, I need another one. I was like, I need another one.
Yeah, humans are competitive, you know, and by nature, you miss it, you know. You miss to be in the room, you miss to be sweating. It is frustrating, I know. And
it definitely is. And then I got a message a couple weeks ago asking them if they could use footage or something. But I was like, I'm not even competing.
For JJ Worley?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Seriously?
Yeah, because they wanted to do some like Instagram video of like people coming back, and I was like, I'm not even coming this year. I'll be in Japan.
You're going to Japan?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's
Okay.
I'm like, I can't even fucking compete anymore. So
that's frustrating, man.
But I'm like you, dude. If depending on what happens and what like my comeback is, I'm trying to come back in like January with a vengeance. I don't know what tournament, but
so since you're not on the mats, I'm gonna ask you, since you're a black belt, do you think that there's a way he can get better at jiu-jitsu without actually being on the mats right now?
Yes, man. I mean, you need to put your gi on, go to the gym and coach, you know, and see all this mistake and be there present. You know, second thing is, man, watch time. You know, go to the, you know, BJJ fanatics. When you have time. Now you choose someone and you study. I know that you're gonna be scratching, but you put on repeat and you start to memorize. So it's time to be a little bit nerd. Seriously.
I was cleaning today and I had it on my PlayStation on YouTube, just putting the videos and different stuff. And then I feel like we should show Thomas the thing.
The magic?
Yeah. We'll show you after, dude. We'll show you after. We're not gonna let them know.
Okay, I want to see the magic.
I'll give away this. Has something to do with the lapels.
You're giving away too much, brother.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It has something to do with the lapels.
I think it's crazy. So that black belt thing that we had, I don't know if you've seen, we had that black belt event at Misfits.
Yeah.
Every black belt there looked at this and was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Wow, yeah, this is crazy, confusing.
It's so
really
simple.
It's so simple. Yeah, it's really simple. Like when you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, it just makes sense." Like it's literally like 2 or 3 tweaks to a normal game that you're already doing that it leads you right into it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
Please, let me know.
Yeah.
So,
You'll never have back problems again. you'll never have.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, what are you talking about? Is we did a seminar this last Saturday at one of my gyms. I cross trained at 2 gyms. He's at one gym. Misfits. And it was like 12 black belts, and so we did like groups. So everyone went from one group to another group, learning each black belt's technique.
Oh my gosh, that's very good initiative.
Yeah.
Seriously,
it was literally like having BJJ fanatics right there in live.
Everyone available, sharing the secrets.
Yes. It was. I enjoyed it. I didn't get to partake in it because I'm still injured and I'm like staying off the mats right now.
Okay,
but I did some filming.
That's good. This is like community building. Congrats for the one that's organized. Seriously.
Shout out George,
and then
Amazing.
Jimmy just backing it up.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's how you create very good black belts very soon. You know, you accelerate the process of like blues and purples, and that's amazing. That's good for Dan as well.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say because like I started in like 2017, so I kind of caught like the tail end of like old school jiu-jitsu, like the transition. But what I love about jiu-jitsu now is that black belts, like newer black belts, are a lot more approachable.
Way more approachable.
Like
in the past, no, it's like they have the secret.
Yeah, like I used to feel like, Master Professor, whatever it is, he wants me out of here. But newer black belts, like they do a good job of seeming more like peers, even though they're like running the classes.
I don't know you guys, but I had like maybe multiple times. Some black belt was teaching me in like the master, like the senior black belt. So I don't teach this to Thomas. No.
What?
Yeah, this is the kind of common.
They said don't
Thomas,
teach
don't
that to
teach
you?
this now. Let him like learn naturally. And said, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. This is the secret. Now this secret is like free on the internet. No.
Yeah. I mean that's honestly why I'm even immense amount of good at jiu-jitsu is because all I did was study. And I stand by, he was saying hit that BJJ fanatics up, man. I stand by anyone who's injured. It is a great time to really go in and like poke holes at your game and look at where you are lacking. Me, for example, top side control. I've always lacked there. This time right now, what I'm really doing is I can't be on the mats, but I'm focusing on like on my dummy, keeping my hips low, keeping my pressure tight, getting my movements of like getting lapels out and stuff without giving up any space at all. And those are the things that I'm trying to like perfect.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. So every position there's like multiple tweaks and adjustments that you can do, yeah?
Yeah.
In this level of adjustment, it is important to have like a game plan. You have like a plan. It looks like you have a plan.
I have like a certain system I go through. At the end of the day, the plan is always take down, pass close guard, pass half guard, get to side control, isolate a limb, attack a limb, force them to either give you mount or back. Yeah, it's a very simple game plan.
Step by step, controlled, full pressure, not lose a game. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Too many steps.
Too many steps.
Take them down, hold them down, bread cutter, or take their back and squeeze necks, man.
That's it. Nothing more than that. Yes. Okay.
But no, it's like things like that I'm looking. We're talking about the details, adding details to my game. It's a small detail, but something like that I can add to the game to add just a little bit more time to do something.
Spice, a little bit more spice.
Yeah, that's it. I like spice.
So,
even with just one of those in, you know what I mean?
gives you a lot of control. Adds in control and pressure.
Yeah, and that's
nice. No one sees this coming, you know.
and then think about it, bro. Do you think anyone you train with knows that?
No.
Or would even think to do
no.
that?
Even in Brazil.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Not
That's
here,
what I'm
not
saying.
in Brazil. Yes.
It's just one of those things where you're like, what were you doing when you thought of this?
Where's the BJJ fanatics? Where's the YouTube channel?
You know, that you were talking about how it was kind of like secluded. It's like, oh, don't teach Thomas this and that, and
No, he tries to be discreet. Yes. Sorry.
yeah. What's really that's what I like about this new era is like someone can say that to you. And I've even felt like I've been at schools where people were like, weren't teaching me stuff. Because I would ask very direct questions. Don't give me that look.
Yes, that's a good point. I think that this time is over. Not over, but because we have like information readily available for everyone. You have like the Gordon Ryan teaching. I know that he doesn't teach all the secrets, but he teaches like the main principles of control. Craig Jones, everyone else is like sharing techniques. Now we have like 10,000 hours of footage from tournaments.
Yeah.
The sport is growing so fast. Doesn't make sense to hide stuff.
Yeah.
Especially in your own gym. With your own team, this person, that person. For me, I'm an open book, seriously.
Yeah.
Because what makes you learn is repetition. It's not just me teaching here, And everyone has you have your own body, you have like your own weight, your own flexibility. There's a lot of variables that some techniques work better for you, but not a lot for me,
Yeah.
But this is like mostly comes from like the time of like street fights in Brazil, that people use it to that gym and that we cannot share the secrets, otherwise that guy is a creonte, the guys are but
they'd hate
me.
I
I prefer the new method that people opens the book it is like a knowledge sharing is available for everyone,
Yeah. It's only going to build up the martial arts. You had something to say?
Oh, I was just saying they would have hated me in Brazil. I've been to so many gyms. They would have been like, this fucking guy.
But it's not all the places in Brazil, sorry. No. But this is like the feeling from the old times,
Yeah. I mean, I think like even when I was at Gracie Maita, I went out to a couple other gyms and I told them I was going to other gyms. They didn't like, complain or anything. But maybe just because I'm American and I was visiting and I paid on time. They what I mean? Like maybe my money's good, baby.
Yes. Maybe you're a white belt and
maybe just didn't care.
But if you're like a brown belt or maybe a purple belt, they're gonna.
And I kind of understand.
It's a threat.
Like in a way, I kind of get that. Like if you've been at a gym and you've worked your way all the way up to brown belt, like I kind of feel like if you have some like master secret as a black belt, like maybe you don't give that to your brown belt. You don't give it to that secret until they get to brown belt or black belt or something like that. I kind of get something like that. And what I mean by that, let me be very clear. Let's just use wrist lock, for example, right? Like wrist locks, you don't really want to get those as white belts. You know what I mean? They're going to spam those all day, depending upon who the white belt. Look at that face. Look at that face.
White belt lover.
Well, the thing is I love wrist locks so my brothers are crazy. Steve, he seems nice. He's fucking crazy. He's crazy. We legitimately had a conversation because he has a specific job that allows him to we'll just say he's a physical therapist. He deals with people's bones all day. We had a conversation about like sinking in wrist locks, and it went way longer than I thought it would, bro.
Oh my god!
And like it's.
So I say this because there's some arm bars that require you to completely like give everything you have, especially like the chopping ones where you're like hitting at the elbow and you're like breaking down with the wrist. They require you to do everything you have. Like I probably wouldn't teach a white belt that, but I would teach a brown belt that. You know what I mean? Just because, I'd even teach a purple belt that. It doesn't matter about the belt. I'm just trying to give an example of like maybe a secret move you wouldn't necessarily want to teach someone unless they were a part of you for a long time because they are more dangerous, so to say.
I get your point.
Yeah.
Yes, white belts, man, they need to focus on principles. Now everyone needs to focus on principles,
Yeah.
In most of these secrets, they are like a crazy berimbolos or crazy, man. Stick with the basics, Like my main worry with white belts is learn to control the basics. I'll never, try to teach him a berimbolo. No, focus on the basics.
Yeah.
At white belt, you should be learning to survive. You should
100%.
be learning defense.
But if someone asks me, Thomas, how did you do it with me? I teach 100%.
Yeah.
Thomas, you put out your lapel and then you choking me rotating. How was it? Come here.
Yeah.
Have time. Let's do it. or like by the end of the session we do it together.
Yeah, I don't like holding, like, if anyone asks me anything that I know in jiu-jitsu, and I'm only a purple belt, like I still have a lot to learn. But if someone asks me something, I'm gonna tell them, because to me jiu-jitsu is all about creativity. Just because I gave him this piece doesn't mean he's gonna use it the same way I use it.
100%.
Like not like Alex said, there's only one Jay, there's only one, like, you know what I mean? There's only one of each person, and we're not gonna like utilize moves the same way. But also, if you give this piece to someone else and they utilize it in a way that you're like, oh shit, I can do that too, you just add it to your game without even really,
100%.
So that's why I like passing out information, but I also see the benefit of
it depends on the context. Yeah, my context right now is I want my buddies to accelerate their progress. I want them to smash me, and then you develop like a counter attack or a counter movement to that movement.
Yeah.
That's what I want to develop right now. Is like develop everyone that is around me.
That's
like to have a better technique, so I can develop mine. Because as I said in the last episode, jiu-jitsu is endless.
Yeah.
And
You'll never know all of it. I love how you freaking said that, dude. I loved it, every second of it.
oh my gosh. Thanks.
Don't cry.
No, it was beautiful because it's right. So many people think that like, oh, I'm a blue belt now, or I'm a purple belt now, or I'm a brown belt, I'm a black belt. Like I know everything. You don't.
Man,
Just like you'll never know anything.
Roger Gracie. Roger Gracie said that it took him 10 years to have the cross collar choke that he has. Oh yeah, so basic. No, this is not basic. This is ultra advanced, but it is details that you just get on time.
Yeah.
And he said the black belt. When I got my black belt, was just starting. That's you're playing the long game, man. You're gonna do jiu-jitsu for the rest of your lives.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get black belt very quickly, very very soon. Just keep going, keep training.
That's we just forward. That's all we're doing, forward. But I did want to say what we were talking about, like giving knowledge. I'm the exact same way. I actually kind of get a little annoyed sometimes because I'm like, hey, is there anything that like you guys have questions on? Anything that I trouble you in a role or anything, or something that you can't get, you're working on? Just talk to me. Ask me after a role. It's always crickets. I'm like, yo, I'm an open book. Like, I'll give you all my knowledge, whatever you want.
Yeah, my favorite question, because like jiu-jitsu is reactive, my favorite question is like, what did I do that made you forced you to do that move, or that brought that?
That's a very good question.
Just because now I know that I don't necessarily have to stop doing that. I just have to hide it. It's a telegraph or something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's just the way I look at it. Because you can, like, if you consistently get caught in something and just change your whole game, you're just going to have a bunch of, like, you're going to have a puzzle with, like, pieces that are filled, but all of the important stuff that connects everything is never going to be there.
No, yeah. Exactly. So you were saying that you were watching a video and he saw someone, he was like, that kid only watches YouTube, right? And I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, because he didn't have any of the pieces, like you were talking about, the basics and everything that brings it together.
Hey, that was off camera, bro. No,
I'm not saying. I know.
I'm just joking with you. But but you can just tell, dude. You can just tell because he'll like attack something and then it doesn't work, and then that person gets like stuck until the other person gets into a position where he's like, oh, I know again, and then he attacks something. But it's just a real like stop and go situation, and I can always tell like that dude watches a lot of fucking YouTube.
Exactly. And he clicks out. Okay, now I gotta do something. Yes.
It's always some wild shit like, oh, it was a super inverted.
To me though, it was funny because I know this guy's always going to coach after class and it's like, hey, I saw this on YouTube. How do I do this? And so it's just funny that he called it out the second he saw the footage. Like it was literally like 10, 15 seconds of a roll. It wasn't that long.
Oh man. If you go to Brazil, if you say like, I learned this technique on YouTube to the master. Oh. Man, he kills you. He's gonna leave here,
I never did that, so I'm glad I didn't.
Don't do this. Okay. Don't do this with person. No, we don't. They say we don't believe in YouTube shit.
Okay.
The secrets are here under Ilio's house.
Okay. Well, what?
I have a question. As a big dude, can you before your back you were able to berimbolo and stuff, or it wasn't?
I can berimbolo, but super slowly and a little bit like weird. I don't like to do it.
Okay, and then what about an Imanari roll?
Same.
Okay.
Can you do Imanari rolls?
So it's one of my favorite things to do. And Alex was like, no, you can't do that shit. I'm just hurt and I can't prove it. So I'm trying to find someone. I'm like, he can fucking do it. He can fucking do it.
I mean, we are big guys. I seriously, I try to stick with the basics. And so when I see someone like Imanari roll right in front of me, man, it is back take guaranteed. Seriously, don't do this in front of me.
I'm gonna have to try, man. I'm gonna try at least once.
Okay.
I can respect it. We're about at that hour mark, so we can wrap up here. Did you have any final questions, DJ?
No, man, it was good seeing you, though. It was good seeing you again. And if you're going to do ADCC, let me know.
Oh, man. ADCC open as an amateur hobbyist.
Whatever you decide to do, let me know.
Okay.
I respect, I understand you're a hobbyist. I'm a hobbyist, too. But I still think that it's so admirable of you to be like, I'm a hobbyist, but I'm going to go out there and test my belt at ADCC. Yes. Not a lot of people do that, and I respect that. So I don't have a hat on, but hats off to you, good sir. DJ, you got me.
Oh, I took the hat off already. Is that what you wanted?
That's what I said. You got me.
Yeah. You see.
Okay.
All right, Thomas, is there anything you want to shout out before we sign off? I know you have Sauer Sports Management.
Yes, I have like the Sauer Sports Management. So I'm trying to find some. I'm just starting here to find athletes.
Okay.
To mentor, professionally mentor. Like completely non-paid and volunteer from my side, because sometimes people need help, and if you need help in trying to find sponsors, I'm here to help, with some thoughts and tips.
Okay. No. And we could find you on Instagram.
Yes, Instagram, Thomas.Sauer.mm.
I'm gonna put it up. I did last time, but just in case, we're gonna put it up for you guys.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, all right. Like, comment, subscribe, and as I say every week, if you want the smoke, hit up JaySin.
No, we said we hit up T now, man.
Oh, my bad.
Till I'm not injured.
Hit up T and JaySin. No.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tapping in. Y'all stay blessed.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
See you guys.